On farms and ranches across Nebraska, women play a vital role in operations that feed and fuel the world. Women like Ladine Rutt.
I'm the boss and I get to do what I want to do, and that's a good thing.
She attended the first Women in Agriculture conference in 1985.
My county agent at the time told me about it, and I thought, that sounds interesting. I guess I'll go and see what it's like. I found out when I got there, I could actually talk to women about farming. It was great. I haven't missed a one since.
Through the decades, the conference has been a force for change and resilience.
It gives the women who come there a chance to find out that, yes, you can live through the bad times. The good times are great, but they're not going to last forever. And neither are the bad times.
The program grew out of a very bad time for agriculture.
Now 10, yep, 11, 12, yeah.
We had incredibly high interest rates, and banks were calling loans, and
banks were closing,
and there just wasn't a lot of optimism.
To help struggling Nebraskans, ag economics professor Larry Bitney worked with Jane Green and other colleagues to develop Managing for Tomorrow, a workshop for farm families.
We were trying to put together programs that would assist farm and ranch families in staying alive.
Women who attended the workshop demonstrated an appetite for learning and a desire to know more.
We had farm families that had come to Managing for Tomorrow, sometimes father, mother, daughter, son units, but it seems like the women were always less comfortable contributing unless they were talking about family goals. There were just a lot of places that they were either not educated or just didn't feel equipped to really contribute to the management part of that discussion. So we just thought that there had to be a way of reaching women.
Jane Green and program coordinator Deb Rude approached Dr. Bitney with the idea of a statewide conference for women in the area of farm business management.
And fortunately, I was able to get some grant funds, and we were off and running.
Over the years, thousands of women from across the state traveled to Kearney to attend the Women in Agriculture Conference. Among them, Terry Jo Beck, a professor at the Nebraska College of Technical Agriculture at Curtis. Beck has attended all but one of the conferences as a participant or a speaker. She says the event builds confidence and gives new meaning to the role of farm wife.
You have all kinds of business management skills. You can drive large equipment. You have leadership skills because they usually belong to the church and the community things. When something has to be done, it's usually the ag women doing it. They're interested in bringing enterprise. They're entrepreneurs. So I kind of quit hearing that I'm just a farm wife. You know, they're an integral partner, and I think Women in Ag has helped them do that.
Every year, the conference went on through economic highs and lows, in fair weather, and at least one major storm.
It was the largest registrations we'd ever had. Over 400 were coming. And the day before, a blizzard hit. As dedicated these women are, this falls during calving season. We lost many of our ranchers. They had to stay home, but there were still 200 women that made the trek to Kearney.
That was also the year Ladine Rutt turned 80.
Instead of celebrating my birthday with 400 of my good friends, I celebrated with 200 of my very best friends.
Friendship is at the core of why Women in Agriculture is a success.
All the people that you get to meet, women that I would never have gotten acquainted with any other way.
We were very cognizant of women being comfortable in a great learning environment, but we very much wanted them to be able to have fun too. Women infrequently got away from the farm. We wanted it to be an overnight experience where they were pampered and given lots of reasons to laugh and feel good about what they were doing.
Women also learn valuable information on topics that influence the bottom line.
It allows people to get together and find out they aren't the only ones having issues. It brings management skills into it, and so a lot of these ladies have become business managers on their farms and the marketers.
More and more women are becoming actual owners and operators by themselves in the state of Nebraska. So this research-based education has been very important to them to learn the aspects of farming and ranching and being able to do this and make a profit.
Much has changed since Ladine Rudd attended her first Women in Agriculture conference.
I probably have slowed down a little bit, only I won't admit it.
But the mission of the conference remains the same: to empower women through knowledge and networking.
I've met some wonderful women that have remained friends of mine. I'm just amazed at the work that they do, at how inspiring they can be, and how dedicated they are to what they do and their families.
And I think that's partly of what's made this conference special, is that, you know, we've got people there that want to help each other through the bad times and the good.
It's almost like a family reunion for me to be at the Women in Ag conference. These ladies that have come for most of that time, they've been through my marriage, they've seen my child grow up, now they see my grandchildren, and so you get back together, and I hope to see 35 more years of generations coming back to the Women in Ag conference and passing knowledge down, as well as that feeling of family.
It's been 35 years since we started Women in Ag, and I think over the course of whatever I did professionally in those 35 years, that's what I'll always be most proud of.
I'm proud to have been a part of the beginning as well as the continuing of Women in Ag. It has had a tremendous impact on Nebraska farm and ranch families.
I'm really honored to have been part of this conference for the women in the state of Nebraska. It was an amazing ride for me.
I'm really proud that an idea that started 35 years ago has blossomed to what it is today in Women in Agriculture in Nebraska.
Well, I think 35 years of visiting with other women about farming, about ag in general, and about our lives and family on the farm has been one of the best things in my life.